The Love Talk Show on Liberty Radio.
How to always look attractive. It was what we were talking, or Bishop was talking in the last love therapy, which, by the way, was a very interesting theme because it opened many persons' eyes because they could understand that the attraction is not coming just from the appearance.
Hello, good evening. Yes, it's true, Peter. We learn a lot of very important things because when we hear about appearance, when we hear about physical or attraction, we always tend to think about the physical attraction and only that. But it went far and beyond and explained a lot of very important things that we should put into practice daily.
Let's watch a few moments of this mating, this love therapy, and we'll be back.
What does a single person do in terms of being a helper? When we get married, our value should increase or decrease? Increase. So you have to ask God, my Lord, when I marry someone, perhaps you're dating now, perhaps you're not, but you will, ask God, my Lord, I want to be a helper to that person. I want to enter that person's life and make the value of that person increase. They are men who were great men of God, married the wrong person who wasn't a helper, and their spiritual life went down. Women as well, vice versa, same thing. That's why it's a threefold cord. God in the middle. Ask God, my Lord, I want to be a blessing in someone's life. Help me to be, the wise wife, the courageous, bold husband. Help me to be the man you want me to be. God is looking for men and women who are helpers, who want to be helpers to someone. You ask someone, what do you want your marriage to be like? Oh, I want to be happy. They think about themselves when actually a marriage is all about the other person. Amen. That's what marriage is like. I want to be with someone that I can add value to her life. I want to make her life better. I want to make her confidence better. This is what the helper does.
At the start of a relationship, everything feels so exciting. Discovering each other, experiencing new things. Everything is brand new. However, as time goes on and life gets busy, relationships often settle into a routine. Unfortunately, this routine can gradually dull the sparkle in the connection. That is why it is important to make time for special moments. These are what keep a relationship strong and healthy, and it is easy to do. On calculation, there are just over 10,000 minutes in a week. Taking just 90 of those minutes to focus solely on your love life can make a huge difference to its success. We invite anyone who wants to strengthen their relationship to join us for a special seminar. Let's take a step together towards a closer, happier connection. Join us next Thursday at the Love Therapy Seminar and step out of the monotonous routine at 8 p.m. at 232 Seven Sisters Road, Finsbury Park, London N4 3NX.
And we learned several steps how to invest or how to look more attractive. And the first one was your interior impacts your exterior. And it's true, Andrea. We are doing today a little bit of a summary, a small summary of what happened in the love therapy and how many times a person was deceived by appearance. The person saw someone, and by what they could see, or what he or she was looking at, saw the appearance, liked the appearance, and even said, "This is the ideal person to me." But the moment they start knowing, the moment they start talking, the moment they start knowing who was behind all that appearance, all that beauty vanished, and it came the true reality.
It's like when we see something like we want to eat because of its appearance, and it shines and it has those beautiful colors and that great appearance, but we've never tried it before. But because of the appearance, no, I will try it. But then, like we say, it was not nice, it was not good, and you even say, I won't try it again, even if I'm starving. Well, let's see about that. But yes, the idea is you can be deceived by the looks. That's why we have to get to know the person and not only judge by what we see.
You know, this yesterday, Monday morning, I was with a pastor in the meeting, and he gave a very good example. He said, if you have a box and you fill this box of rubbish, this box becomes
Rubbish.
yes, a box full of rubbish. But if you fill that box with precious jewels and gold and whatever is valuable, so it's not just an ordinary box. It's a box that contains a lot of good things and valuable things. So sometimes people convince themselves, or they believe the appearance is what prevails, and it's not. And please don't misunderstand us. We are not saying that you cannot invest in your appearance. We are not saying this. It's exactly the opposite. But your interior impacts your exterior. This here, you can take care, you can invest, and nothing wrong with that. But whoever you are from inside will always bring up what you are, and this is what will attract others. The second thing that we learned, it was the physical, intellectual, and spiritual confidence. You know, so many times, continuing what we were saying, not the outside catch your attention, but when you start talking and knowing what this person has gone through, the problems this person has already faced, you know, the education that sometimes this person has, the way this person was dealing with certain problems, the way this person is respecting the neighbors, the family, the way that sometimes the co-workers are coming to you and are speaking about this person, the way this person deals with others, the confidence this person has is what is attracting this man or this woman.
It happened to all of us, for sure, even to you that are watching us right now. We tend to look to a person and we are like this. It's something human. We judge the person because it's too quiet, because it's too loud. But when you give the chance to yourself and even to that person to get to know her better, and like Peter was saying, and you start knowing what that person overcame, the way that she dealt with the situations, how strong she is, you start even admiring that person. And that's one thing. For example, it happened with me and Peter. We were talking about that before. One of these days, he was very quiet. I thought he's very shy. I was even judging And he judged me also. He spoke about that before. Because it's human. That's what we do, unfortunately. But a good thing is admitting our errors and mistakes. Because when I got to know him better, yes, he's quiet, but that's his way. But we couldn't have two loud people in a relationship. That wouldn't work. So this is me saying, give a chance to get to know the person better, because you are also grateful when someone gives you the chance to get to know you better.
Two loud people, we are going to be a band, you know?
Singing and dancing all day long.
Well, nothing wrong with that. Well, the third was intentional glance. And intentional glance refers to a quick observation, but a deep one too. It's a person that is the ability of detecting important things in a person. You know, you can see, and this is attractive, you can see in the person that whatever the difficulty, the barriers, the obstacles are, they are capable to find solutions. They are capable to be a provider. They are capable of taking decisions in, you know, in open doors that are closed. And obviously, all these things together, they make a person to be attractive. Well, I would like to share with you what people are saying on the streets. Let's watch, and then I'll be back with the fourth one.
The word on the street.
In your opinion, what might cause a relationship to break apart?
There could be many things actually, but I feel like the main things that could cause a relationship to break up is miscommunication, disloyalty, dishonesty, and really and truly, there's much smaller things that people don't really notice, like entertainment within the relationship, where they feel like, it don't feel the same as when it first begun, and normally they call that the honeymoon stage. So after the honeymoon stage over, then I feel like everything can just fall apart from there.
Cheating, kids, house situation, living separately, apps, dating apps, and loyalty and trust.
I think when you run out of patience with each other, obviously you can talk about love, but I think love is different things. There are different kinds of love, and I think we use that word as a bit of a catch-all. I think lots of people who maybe are married for a long time and then get divorced would say that on some level they probably still love each other, but there just becomes something unworkable about the marriage that they're in, and maybe they're just more happy apart. But they might still be there for each other if one of their parents died or something. They might still show that compassion. So I think the things that can lead to a marriage breaking up is really more about growing apart, whether it's because of time constraints or you just grow into very different people from when you were when you met. But I think the whole falling out of love thing is a bit of an oversimplification, I would say. It takes just lots of work.
The word on the street.
And you understand, when a couple is together and makes or brings this separation, this coldness, and where one cannot feel more attracted by the other, there's something that brings or causes this coldness. The fourth slide says, what makes a person look ugly? And the truth is, and we learn, sin makes a person looking ugly. And it's not the appearance, literally the physical appearance. We are talking about the way that you start behaving when you do something wrong. We see this in children. When they do something wrong, their countenance is different. The way they are behaving is different. When someone failed with you, the way they are approaching you is different. When someone has done something and their conscience is accusing them, they are approaching you in a different way. And when you find out everything that was happening, when this person was dishonest, when this person was betraying you, when this person ended up doing something that compromised his character or her character, the person can be very beautiful from outside, but you see that that mistake doesn't allow this person to be so beautiful.
If, for example, you date or the person fell in love with this handsome model, top model, but at the end of the day, the person was betrayed by such handsome person, they end up becoming ugly on your eyes, not because they lost the physical beauty, but because what the person did stained the relationship, stained the confidence, the trust. And that's what we are talking about. When you are beautiful from within, even if on the outside you say, I'm not that beautiful. Everyone is beautiful and handsome. Everyone. That's the thing. You were beautifully made. But even if you look to yourself, I'm not that beautiful. But if you are sincere, if you are honest, if you are willing even to change the flaws, the mistakes, like we all have. No one is perfect. But if you are sincere, you are beautiful already.
That's why we have the love therapy on Thursdays. This coming Thursday won't be different. There we learn how to, not to be beautiful from the outside, but we are learning how to become more attractive, not just by your physical appearance and the way that you are taking care of yourself. That, again, I repeat, there's nothing wrong with it. But when you are learning how to work on yourself, maybe you are watching us and you lost your beauty because of your lies. Maybe you are watching us and you lost your beauty because of a betrayal, because you were the reason of such suffering inside of this relationship. You brought it into your marriage. And you see how ugly the situation became since. But listen to me, we believe in second chances and we believe that we can rebuild. And the love therapy is there exactly for this, to rebuild one's life, to rebuild one's marriage, one's relationship. And this starts from within us. So this coming Thursday, 8 p.m., we are going to have the love therapy session where you are going to learn how to work from inside out.
At the start of a relationship, everything feels so exciting. Discovering each other, experiencing new things. Everything is brand new. However, as time goes on and life gets busy, relationships often settle into a routine. Unfortunately, this routine can gradually dull the sparkle in the connection. That is why it is important to make time for special moments. These are what keep a relationship strong and healthy, and it is easy to do. On calculation, there are just over 10,000 minutes in a week. Taking just 90 of those minutes to focus solely on your love life can make a huge difference to its success. We invite anyone who wants to strengthen their relationship to join us for a special seminar. Let's take a step together towards a closer, happier connection. Join us next Thursday at the Love Therapy Seminar and step out of the monotonous routine at 8 p.m. at 232 Seven Sisters Road, Finsbury Park, London N4 3NX.
How have you seen yourself change since attending the love therapy seminars?
I think I've just seen myself mature a lot, especially like within my relationships with people and like how I see myself. I think it's really helped me to transform on the inside more than anything, like with my confidence and being more compassionate to the people around me. So, and the last thing, to be more accountable for my actions. So, yeah.
Did you attend the most recent Love Walk?
Yes, I was encouraged to come and I did go, yeah.
How did you find the Love Walk?
I think it was my first, because it was my first Love Walk. At first I didn't want to go, but I was convinced. And I was pleasantly surprised. Like, it was very open environment, it was very relaxed. I really enjoyed the performances and like just making friends with people, yeah.
And what would you say to somebody that has never attended the Love Therapy seminars or the Love Walk before?
I would say don't overthink it, because everything that we do is from God. So at the end of the day, you shouldn't be close to it, but you should be open to what God wants to bring to you.
So it's time for you to open your mind and to realize that so many times small gestures and small steps, they are able to make a huge difference later on. And taking a step of joining Thursday with us, maybe no, it will be, I believe, an important step for you to build your life or the happiness that you have been pursuing for so long. Well, we receive an email that I would like to share with you today. It says, someone that sent us says, I am pursuing a business idea inspired by God, and I have shared this plan with my husband, who is supportive of the idea in general, but not so much for me to start now. We have had financial conflicts in the past, which leaves him in doubt and insecure, not trusting in my capacity, and prefers that I leave the business idea on hold and work in the field related to it to gain some more experience. But I am struggling to decide how to deal with this situation. Whether it is the will of God to wait as my husband suggests, or the devil trying to divert or delay me from this business idea. Whether I should be humble and submit to my husband's proposal, or go after my dreams now without his support, consent, even though we are married. This dream will also allow me to fulfill my vows with the altar. Also, but how to deal with the financial disagreement with my husband and pursuing without consent or agreement. What are your thoughts regarding the topic of financial disagreements in the marriage and faith, and how to deal with these difficult situations? I don't mind to wait if it is God's will, but still not at peace to delay or wait also if maybe it is not and would delay my fulfilling my vow. Not sure what to do in these circumstances and need a nudge in the right direction, please. Well, let me explain something. We always are supportive, and we believe that a couple, they have one mind, one plan, one goal, and they work to the same side together. But we also know that we sometimes see things in different way. Sometimes we have blind spots, and I can see hers and she can see mine. So this doesn't make me better and my wife worse, or vice versa. It is what it is. We are together for us to help each other, to be supportive, but also to see where we can improve and be better. And yes, for you, I would like to share a biblical verse. Andrea, would you mind to read that biblical verse?
Sure, we have it here. For which of you, intending to build a tower, does not sit down first and count the cost, whether he has enough to finish it?
So, for which of you, intending to build a tower, does not sit down first and count the cost, whether he has enough to finish it? Well, you, for what you wrote here, you had your struggles, you already faced your obstacles, and yes, it was already given a time. You haven't mentioned what happened in the past exactly.
That's very important for us
which
to
is
give
important too.
an advice.
You didn't say for how long was this happening, but in general, if you had already the time for you to learn, invest, to learn with the mistakes that you commit in the past, it's important for you to sit with your husband and explain him what your plans are with details, and tell him how things are going to work out, what your vision is. And when you sit and you open, you explain the entire plan from A to Z, maybe you will show your husband what he has not seen up to this very moment. Sometimes you are being too picky on, I want my business, and he's just being picky and saying, I'm afraid and we have to wait, work first. So it's just a matter of you to go to your husband, put it on the table, all the cards on the table, planning everything from A to Z, showing your husband how you have planned to, if a problem comes here, if a difficulty comes there, if the business is not going well, straight after, because most likely won't, you will have a time where you are going to invest and things are not going to be so well as you want, that you are not going to have as much profit as you desire. But I do believe that once you put on the table the entire plan, even the Holy Spirit that is showing you what to do and where to go will reveal the same to your husband. And in this case, both of them, Andrea, will be on the same page.
And it's very important to be on the same page, because like Peter was saying, it won't be easy, because nothing in this life is easy. But it will be possible if you are in the same page and problems or situations start, let's not say problems, but challenges start coming. Because you are on the same page, you will both fight together against it, and you will find solutions. It's very important. That's why we say when we are married, we are one. One bank account, one pocket, one decision. That is very important.
Well, the Love Talk show is getting to the end, but I don't know if you are attending the love therapy, but I advise you to join the love therapy, because even with it, you will receive important tips and tools for you to be able to put this on the table, and how to reveal it and how to succeed. And then, yes, I believe the same assurance that you have, if it's coming from God, your husband is also going to receive it. May God bless all of you. Tomorrow we are going to be back with the Love Talk show at 10 p.m.